If you were wanting to know how to sublimate onto metal signs using your own custom designs, then stay tuned, you won't want to miss this video. Hey, what is going on? The printer guy here, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how I customized my own design on Canva and was able to take that, print it onto sublimation paper using sublimation ink, and using a heat press I was able to get this result with this sign that you see here on screen. This is a custom sign that I totally designed. This is not something I bought online, and if you're looking to do something like this, then you'll want to watch this entire video. If this video ends up being helpful, please make sure to like. Any questions at all, comment below, and if you want more content like this, please make sure to subscribe. Also, there will be product links down in the description below. And if you'd like to skip to different parts of this video, there will be video chapters down below this video also. Now, I am not sponsored by Canva, but this is what I use to create any designs and really most of the designs that I need for online content. But this is a design that I thought of because there's a lot of no soliciting signs, but there's nothing addressing, if you have a neighborhood where you're very friendly with your neighbors, you don't want to push them away or turn them away, or their kids coming by to sell Girl Scout cookies or something. You don't want to turn them away. So I thought of this sign because most of the no soliciting signs are kind of harsh. But as you can see here, you're able to adjust the different sizing of the different letters, the different wording. You're able to separate everything out, color different things the way you want to color it. So really just customizable. I'm not really going to get into the nuances of all that you're able to do on Canva. You'll be able to figure that out on your own. But this is just showing you that you are able to take an idea that you have and design it and then sublimate it onto a metal sign, a mug, a t-shirt, whatever you would like to do. You don't have to necessarily buy a design online, which a lot of times buying those designs come with a membership, a monthly membership that you get locked into. And so this is just really the best way, in my opinion, to create your own designs if that's what you're wanting to do. Of course, you can go the route of buying a design online and you can continue on with the rest of this video, but really just wanted to share this design that I thought of and was able to sublimate onto a metal sign. Now you can see the sizing that I'm using, 900 by 1200 millimeters, and you can kind of play around with the sizing on Canva, but then really at the end of the day, you want to be able to download it onto your computer and print this aspect of it, which is the downloaded version, and then select your printer, whichever one is for sublimation. Mine is the 2400, and you'll want to adjust things within these settings as well. You don't want to just hit print because you still have to flip the image. You would want to do, fill the entire page. You want to make sure you're using the right sized paper as well. You want to make sure if you're using most likely an 8.5 by 11 like me, and there is linked down in the description below, Best Printers Sublimation Paper. That's what I use, and that is what gives me the really great results that you see here in these videos. But flip horizontally, because when the image prints out, you want it to be facing the opposite direction, and you'll see that in the video. When I hold it backwards, you will see the design kind of shining through. And this is the metal sign that I ended up sublimating onto. On the one side it has the white coating on it, and the products that I used, including the sublimation paper, as I said, the universal sublimation ink for Epson EcoTank printers, is all going to be linked down in the description below. All right, so now we get into the fun part, which is actually heat pressing the design onto the metal signage. Now, I'm using an 8 by 11 or 8 by 12 inch sign. I don't know if you could go much bigger with this type of heat press, but you can use the same concepts in this video if you wanted to use a bigger heat press. The heat press, I'll link it down in the description below. You're also able to sublimate onto mugs, t-shirts, all kinds of different things. It has a bunch of different attachments, so I'll leave that link down below as well. But you're taking your design, you are matching it up with where you would want it to be printed on the sign, but you do have to preheat the sign. So you kind of have to, do two things at once and kind of move quickly because you want to be able to see where you want it. And then you also want to get into preheating, which I did 380 degrees, 15 seconds of that. Now, you do want to make sure that you're using heat-resistant gloves, not like me, but you want to make sure to use them. And you also want to make sure to use heat-resistant tape. All those things. There's this cover that I have over the metal sign so that there's not direct contact. You want to have all these small items, and that's really beyond the scope of this video. I have a video kind of explaining my full setup, and that's going to be somewhere in the sublimation playlist on my channel. But now we're coming back to measuring up the design, make sure we're placing it right where we want it with our heat resistant tape. Now, you may have to do different things with your design. You may have to do some cutting. You might have to do a little bit more measuring and centering. At the end of the day, you want your design to be centered onto a metal sign like this, especially if you're actually going to use it. So now we get everything prepped. We're going to use our heat resistant cover so that there's not direct contact onto the sublimation paper. You really don't want direct contact. You want to have something like this, which would come with the heat press. Now, preparing our heat, you want to do 60 seconds at about 380 degrees. We can now lock this in place and just wait for that time to transpire. Once the time is passed, we can pull everything apart, take off the heat resistant tape, and actually take a look at how the design was actually able to sublimate onto the metal signage. Now, you may end up with a design that is not fully sublimated, there's missing colors, or it's faded. You're really going to want to try some different timing, some different heat, and with those different settings, you will get better results over time. Some designs may require you to do hotter or a longer period of time, and maybe it was that you needed to do less heat or less time. But most of the time, around 60 seconds and around 380 degrees should do it. Now, through this process, you still want to keep your heat-resistant gloves on because everything is still hot. So you don't want to burn your hands by taking off your heat-resistant gloves off too early. As you can see here, this was a very successful sublimation design that was able to transfer onto the metal signage. You see that the color is vibrant. There's no fading. There's no lines or streaks or anything like that. And so this was a very successful sublimation design that we were able to print on this metal signage. We know the settings we need to use. We have the design already, so we could do a lot of these. If you wanted to share these with friends or family, if you're doing a design to share with others, you have something that's already proven now at this point. All right, remember all the product links that are down in the description below. I really hope this video ended up being helpful. If it was, please make sure to like the video. Any questions at all, comment below. And if you want more content like this, please make sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time. Thank you so much for watching until the end of this video. I handpicked 2 videos that are here on the screen for you to watch next. Also consider subscribing to this channel. There's so much helpful content for you if you're a printer owner, and it's just good to have a resource like this for you in the future, whether you're dealing with a printer that's not printing well or you need more printer recommendations. So I look forward to seeing you again in another video.